Hey everyone, welcome back to what is a reasonably sunny day in London. It's still quite cold. And thanks for tuning in to the next episode of my road to the Brooklyn half. It's been a really good week for me, as some of you will have known from previous episodes. I've had a bit of an injury. I managed to fall over on my ankle, and it knocked out my training for 3 weeks, which was super annoying. But I'm going to go into today a bit of what's been happening this week and the plan for the next few weeks as well before the Brooklyn half, which is at the end of April. So as I say, this week's been a really good week. After 3 weeks where I haven't really been able to do anything, I managed to get in 4 runs this week with a grand total of just over 22 kilometres, which I know doesn't sound like much, but given the injury and how long it's taken to heal, and also just generally the lack of running that I've been doing over the last couple of weeks, it's a massive win for me. So I'm really happy, and I'm just today back from an 8-kilometre run where I was just doing it at conversational pace, just testing a slightly longer distance. Up until this point, I've only really been doing max sort of 5.5, 6 kilometres just to make sure that the ankle's all right. But managed to push it to 8 today, which I'm super happy about. And I'm hoping that this is just the start now of building the fitness back up ahead of the end of April. So this week consisted of 4 runs. On the Monday, I did a 5-kilometre easy run. On the Wednesday, I did a bit of like a rolling kind of progression run where I eventually got up to kind of like 5-minute kilometres, which again, I know it doesn't sound like much, but considering everything that has happened over the last few weeks, it was a really big win for me. Friday saw me doing sort of like rolling 400s where I was alternating between 5-minute and 5-minute 40 400s with just a kilometre either side, where I was warming up and warming down. And then today, obviously, I've just said, managed to get in 8 kilometres, which was, again, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it was a huge win. Just in terms of my return from injury and getting fitness back ahead of the end of Brooklyn. And I guess I'll be honest, the last 3 weeks have been really difficult, as you've probably seen from previous episodes. It's been really hard for me to not do any running at all and try and rest my ankle. I don't think I appreciated when it happened how bad the injury actually was. It was bruised for a long time, and it was, I mean, the pain was so bad that for a period of about 3 or 4 days, I was really struggling to sleep, which again sounds crazy given it was just a sprain, but I really had to temper my ambitions in terms of getting back to training, because I knew that if I went out and did something too quickly, then I'd break everything. And yeah, as I say, just mentally it's been quite difficult as well, knowing that I've got this goal in mind, which is the Brooklyn half at the end of April, and wanting to be able to do as good as well as I can in that. It was always in the back of my mind each day that passed by, wanting to get out there, wanting to make sure that I wasn't losing fitness, watching my Strava fitness decline day by day. I know it sounds stupid, but it was really getting in my head. So I can't really, as much as I guess the distances and the paces that I've just been describing that I've managed to do this week aren't massive or aren't fast. It's got me to a place where I'm just like, I'm so happy to be back and to be able to consistently run now and hopefully build now to Brooklyn. But it was really difficult, and I guess if you're watching this and you felt the same, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear your thoughts as well, and also how you managed to deal with it. I found it really tricky, and thankfully, like, my girlfriend was always keeping in my mind that if I do go out and if I make the injury worse, there's a chance that I'm just not going to be able to run Brooklyn at all. So ensuring that I had that in my mind was really important. So next week is kind of more of the same, based on what I've been doing this week. I'm going to start tomorrow with a 4.5k run, just an easy run, just to shake the legs out after today and make sure things are still all right. Wednesday's going to be a similar run to the one that I did this week, so again, a bit of progression. So I will be kind of pushing myself with faster kilometres over a kind of 5 or 6k distance. Friday is going to be a 6.5 kilometre easy run. And then on Sunday, I'm going to do, a kind of test of my pacing. So it's going to be a 10k run total. There'll be around 1.5 kilometres of warm up, and then through the rest of the run before another 1.5 kilometres at the end, which will be a warm down. I'm going to be testing my target half marathon pace through that 10k with a few kilometre floats or kind of rests. So we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping again that I'm able to stay fit and the ankle stays good. And I didn't mention, but I've got some kinetic tape on it at the moment, just to make sure that there's some stability and strength still around the ankle as I try and get it back to full strength ahead of Brooklyn at the end of April. So fingers crossed, all goes well next week, and I continue to get fit. But I'd love to hear from you as well. If you're running the Brooklyn Half, or if you're coming back from injury as well, please drop a comment or get in touch. I'd love to hear from you, and how your preparation is going ahead of the big race at the end of April. So that's everything for today. Hopefully you can tell I'm in slightly better spirits after a good week of running. I'm really looking forward to giving you a bit more of an insight into how next week goes, particularly how the run on the Sunday goes, where I'm going to be testing my 5k pace. Towards the end of the run, we'll be kind of trying to push that half marathon pace. So please do tune in next week, and if you've got this far in the video, there's a good chance that you would like to tune into the last episode in this series of me training for the Brooklyn Half. So please do click the video that's currently on screen in front of you, and let me know how you think that is too. Thanks again, stay healthy and stay curious.